Dr. Darien's back in because we have him here. We're going to ask an ER doctor a question. Stress test. Clearly, I need a stress test.
No.
What do we need to know about them if your doctor orders one?
I think, DeMarco, I feel like you're going to get a stress test soon.
I ain't
If
saying
not,
nothing.
Yeah,
I just
know.
looked at you.
But next thing you'll know, you'll see me and DeMarco with him on a treadmill and me next to him with a monitor. So what is a stress test? So I often talk to patients about when they need a stress test. Not everyone needs one, but for patients who might have chest pain when they're exerting themselves, shortness of breath, or whatever symptoms DeMarco comes up with, those are the patients where we say you might need a stress test. So what is it? This is the test when you get on that treadmill or you get on that bike, and while your heart is being monitored and your blood pressure is being monitored, the goal of the technician who's helping you with that test is to get your heart rate up to see how your heart does under pressure. If you think about it, think about an EKG. When you're getting an EKG, if you've ever gotten one, you're usually lying in a bed resting. Think of a stress test as an EKG when you're running, and that is more of an indicator of how your heart does under stress. If there's an abnormality, we then go beyond that by doing extra tests like an angiogram to look at the blood vessels in the heart, because we're trying to find, A, is there a problem with the blood vessels? Is there a problem with the rhythm? Do you have an issue with your blood pressure? These are all the things that we look at when you're getting a stress test.
But what if you're just out of shape?
Well, a stress test is different for each and every person. The goal is to get your heart rate up, so it can look very different. You don't have to be in shape to get a stress test. The goal is to get your heart rate up. It just might be quicker if you're out of shape.
When I'm stressed, I'm not breathing that heavy. So is it like, does it really show you, like, even just in like a normal scenario of stress, what it looks like?
You know, I would say it goes beyond that, because a normal scenario of stress, you're not under that physical stress, so it's adding to that. So I think it's more indicative of what your body looks like when you're going that extra mile.
Let's do it.
See? All right. A verbal agreement is binding in the state of New York. So here we go.